Hey everybody, this is Patty Davis with Crooked Tree Creations. Let's get started.
Okay, so I decided I was going to make a sunflower wreath, but using just an 8-inch form from the Dollar Tree. What I already did, I traced out right here in this very center of this form. I traced out a little circle using this plastic mesh. This plastic canvas. And this plastic canvas can come in either a 7 mesh or a 5 mesh. The 5 mesh has larger holes. You want the larger holes just so the zip ties can fit through a lot easier, okay? But I just used little 4-inch zip ties to attach that to the wire form. Okay, and to make the sunflower petal, okay, I have this going from side to side. You can see how it rolls. I take my upper left, bottom right, fold it in, and then I scrunch. You can see it makes a bow tie. Then I have a zip tie here, okay? I have it all good and ready. I'm going to fold that up together so the points are like right next to each other. You can see how pretty it looks, okay? Then I'll just take my zip tie and put it together, okay? I have several that I've already made, and I'm going to attach them to the form. Now, when I attach to the form, right now, I am only going to use, I did the green in the same way. I'm going to do 3 green and I'm going to attach it to this second ring. Okay? And then I'm going to attach the yellow starting on the inside. I'm not even going to worry about putting any petals on any of these other rings. Okay? So let's get some zip ties out. Again, I have some 6-inch zip ties. And I'll try to put the link down underneath here for you. Put the zip tie right here through the crossbar. And attach this right there. Okay? So it's the second ring and on the crossbar. And just take that off. And I'm going to do that with these other 2 crossbars because there's only 3 sections. 3 crossbars, 3 sections. I'm going to go ahead and put this zip tie through the plastic canvas. And I'm just going to, right where this crossbar is, I'm going to just go over just a little bit. Kind of go in one hole, skip a hole, come out the other. Okay? And you know what? You can even, I'll even try to get a little bit closer, okay? I'm going to go in one hole, skip a hole, and then come back out right here. Can you see how I did that? Stick this in. and tighten it up. Okay. And I'm just going to keep doing this all the way around. I'm going to try to keep it to 3 petals per section. So I'm going to do 3 petals between each leaf. And it actually might be even easier if, when you do this, go ahead and just kind of start the zip tie so you have this hole. See how it already started the little circle right there? That way all you got to do is stick this in and tie it down. Okay. Then I'll do this third one. It's going to be a little bit closer to this leaf. And see how we have the finished side going on top of each other. Okay, and we're just going to keep doing that all the way around. You know, actually, before I get any further, what I am going to do, you can see this is kind of going this way a little too much. What I'm going to do is take my zip tie and go the opposite direction of the way I attached it originally. So it's actually crisscrossed. And that will straighten these leaves out. So they come directly out instead of going, I don't know, too crooked, I guess you can say. Okay, I got this first row done. Again, I got 1 green on each of those crossbars, and then I went in just from that 3rd ring, that very middle ring, and used the plastic canvas to attach these petals, and I just did 3 in each section. Basically 3 in between each one of those leaves. Now I'm going to go further into the middle. What I want to do, I want to try to keep it an odd number, whether I use 5 or I use 7. We'll see as I'm doing this how many I'm going to use. I have a feeling it's only going to be 5, just because. But I'm going to kind of just go in like right to the edge of where I have these petals here. And this is going to go pretty much all the way to the center where the bottom of this petal goes. So again, we want to keep it as close to these other petals as we possibly can. Okay, you can see how tight this got in the very center, but I used 7 more petals, and I think this looks fantastic. So now all we have to do is something for the center. Okay, so for the center, I have, well, you can see I got this pack of 2 discs. They're styrofoam discs that I got also at the Dollar Tree. So 2 of them for $1. I'm going to use 1 disc. We're going to need some hot glue. We got our hot glue gun handy. We're going to need some floral pins. I put them in a little Kentucky Fried container. And we got to use some floral wire. Let me get a piece of this floral wire out. Because we got to do this first. Okay. And what I like to do is stick the floral wire kind of towards the center, about 1 inch apart, maybe 1.5 inches even. Kind of stick that through. Okay. And I'm going to just kind of put it out to the sides here so we can lay this flat. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Now with this, now I will tell you, I learned this from Julie's Wreath Boutique. She is fantastic with how she explains her stuff, and I am so appreciative of that. So if you want it, please go ahead and follow her. I'll share her link here for her YouTube channel. But this is where I first learned this 2 years ago. So I'm going to trim this off again here. Anytime you get any pieces of this burlap that wants to come off, just trim it off. It's not going to hurt anything. So let me open my little container of pins. These are the larger ones. You can get smaller ones too. I only think I have like 3 or 4 left of the small ones, so that's why I'm using these large ones. But just kind of roll this burlap. Okay, and I'm going to kind of just pin this here in the center. Now, when you pin it, obviously this pin, you can see, is much longer than the disc, styrofoam disc. So you want to put it in at an angle so it doesn't come out the other side. I got this started not centered enough. So there we go. That's nicer center. Okay. So just kind of twist and turn and put some glue down. Now try your best not to get any glue on the top of your burlap. Because I thought, oh, it'll wipe off. It doesn't wipe off very easily. So kind of flip this around. And turn. And try to make sure you cover up that pin there that you started out with. You just glue every once in a while. It doesn't have to be every single, it should be every turn, but you shouldn't have to have glue constantly. You can go like 1 inch or 2 without any glue, but it's good to have. Keep it good and secured, especially here at the very beginning. Okay, we're coming along to the sides now. So you want to keep turning, but you also want to make sure that you go down the side a little bit. As you're doing this, get some floral pins, kind of get it in there, but underneath. So that when you flip it over, you're not going to see that pin. Okay, do this from the side so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, see how I got this flipped over a little bit? Put a floral pin in. And then I'm going to keep turning, so you're not going to see that pin. So yeah, this is still coming out the back a little bit, but we're just gonna kind of cover that up. And it's not gonna hurt anything. You just don't want to hurt yourself. Obviously, you don't want to poke yourself. And I'm gonna do one last piece of glue here. I just want to make sure this styrofoam doesn't show at all. And I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to kind of put this right here in the middle. Put another one of these floral pins down. Make sure it doesn't come out through the front. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So see how we have this center. We're just going to stick this right here through the center of these petals. Okay, see that? Take it around to the back. Give it a good tug and twist. Then I'm just going to cut these off. And there you have it.